how you can stand that. I really do.
Doesn't really bother me. The only person it bothers is you.
Look at it. I mean, it's crazy.
See that, guys? It's crazy. So, hey, guys, welcome. I'm glad you all are here today.
Hello, everyone.
I absolutely am.
Trying to dress them as always.
And so is Sue. And we hope this video finds you happy and healthy and having some sort of fun. And if you're not doing that right now, we hope that after the video you do, or tomorrow, or the next day.
Or even after you watch the video on Saturday.
So,
if it makes you smile, that's always a good thing.
Right. So, last Sunday we had a lot of fun. You know, Susie took sick there, so we haven't really got to do all that much together in the last couple of years. So when we do, it's, you know, pretty cool. So we went out to do some filming for our YouTube channel, and we found some interesting stuff. We, you know, New Bedford, Massachusetts is not too far away from where we live, and it's the
minutes.
It's the scallop capital of the world. And it used to be the fishing capital of the world. There's still some fish coming in, I assume, but it's the scallop capital of the world right now. And so we walked around the wharfs. We could have spent hours walking around wharfs, but we walked around one particular wharf and took some pictures of the boats and found a couple other things. We found a giant chicken.
Giant chicken.
And I actually put up a video on it. That'll be out. That's scheduled to come out in September, towards the end of September. It's a chicken made out of junk, guys, and
pretty amazing what he does.
It is. I mean, I'm just a redneck, so I'm not an art connoisseur by any means. Like, my idea of an art is a bunch of monkeys sitting around with cigars in their mouth playing cards on a felt canvas. That's my idea of art. So I have nothing to say about art other than I like when they do art with stuff that would normally be thrown into our landfill. And this chicken's made out of complete junk. And you'd never know.
Cool. Really
so yeah, I put up a video on that. What else? Oh yeah, there's a beautiful
oh my God, a gorgeous
church in Fairhaven, which is right across the water from New Bedford. So we went over there. We went by it the other day when we went to film Fort Phoenix.
Many times, right?
And Sue said, "Oh, we should go film it." So we did, and
oh my God, it's just
we got some nice. It's a really, really cool building.
I want to go to Mass sometime so we can see the inside.
I know a lot of people. Yeah, right.
Will you come to church with me?
Probably not. There is a lot of architecture, though.
Oh my gosh.
And I know a lot of people don't care about architecture, and I'm not particularly like, you know, I don't go around like, oh, look at that, that's like European style.
Right.
But
it just fascinates me.
But the ornateness of it, I don't know if that's the right word. I mean, every single thing had some sort of trinket or statue or design.
Amazing.
Right up Sue's alley. Every square inch of the building had either a trinket or a design, which is pretty much what our house is, either a trinket or a design. But we had a lot of fun.
It was a nice
day. We really did. We took the dog with us, and they get to go around in their little carriage and make people smile, and
it happened to be his 70th birthday, so
it was just
a nice way to celebrate his birthday.
It was a blast. And Sue's been going out with my sister to do.
We've been doing thrifting. I've always loved thrifting. I never did it in the earlier days. I kind of started doing it with his sister Sandy in Utah.
I like tools. That's all. Anyways,
there was a really cool. It was called Wabi-Sabi. If anybody happens to be in Moab, Utah, there's a thrift shop called Wabi-Sabi, and it is the coolest place ever. So that kind of got me hooked, and since we've been here, I've kind of gone here or there. She took me to, she goes, I found a new one for you, so she took me over, and I've gone by 100 times over in Tiverton, and it was just, oh my God, what a great place. I mean, great finds, great finds. So I've been having fun.
Yes, it's not my cup of tea. Like, I'll go with her, like I've gone to with her before, but like
only if they have guy stuff.
It doesn't interest me like that much. I like the tools.
Right.
I like the tool department in those places because you can get like a 9/16 wrench for like $1, right? And I don't know if you've looked at the price of tools lately, but a 9/16 wrench can be anywhere from $7 to $27. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
But not all thrift stores have
so I like
tools.
to look for tools.
That's more like a yard sale type thing.
I like to find plaid shirts.
Hats. That's his new, a brand. That was a brand new hat for $1.
I love. I like having different hats. I can wear something different. So I got a bunch of hats now. Susie's been picking me up.
But that's a brand new hat.
hats. It's
It was brand new for $1.
She's picked me up the last, I would say,
I got about 6 hats.
6 or 8 hats that she's bought me have been brand spanking
Brand
new.
new.
Still had the
All from the same
still
place.
had the the piece of cardboard in here that
Hold it nice
that
and
holds
flat.
it up, and
Yeah.
I mean, you had to peel the label off, and you had labels hanging off, and they
Yeah,
were brand
brand new.
spanking new. And nobody, that's some of them, people have worn them, so we wash them a few times. But look, guys, these are like brand spanking new. I mean, and they're nice. And I
For
like
$1.
hats. It's hard to find hats that don't say anything, So I'm not necessarily the kind
Is
of
your
guy.
hat matching your shirt though?
I don't know.
That was the whole point of buying hats, so you could match.
I don't even know what matching is.
He doesn't know what matching
I
is.
really don't. I mean, I don't.
Like his T-shirt, we were just trying to fix his T-shirt situation. He likes to wear 2 T-shirts, but they don't. Well, that matches at least, but I don't
I
want to
don't
see
like
the
to wear
inside
2
one.
T-shirts. I have to because I'm old and I have to have that extra security or whatever.
He's
warmth
cold.
or whatever. And okay. Speaking of old guys.
Uh-oh, here he goes.
Okay.
You ready? Did you notice what I put on the list?
This is
I wrote the list today and I went, oh no, LOL. Old man rant coming.
It's not. It's more of an observation than a rant. I guess it's a bit of a rant in that I'm getting freaking old and there's not really much I can do about it. But there's always been like a generation gap. After I got into my 40s and stuff, and the younger generation. Like I can remember about 10 years ago or whatever. Me and my son, we were going to maybe even longer than that now. We were going to, I believe, Lebanon Valley. So we were riding down, and I didn't even know how to use Bluetooth yet, or whatever. So it's probably a long time ago. And my son had his new car had Bluetooth. So I just learned how to Bluetooth on my phone at that point. Now that I think about it, and so I was Bluetoothing the Rolling Stones album. The title of the album is Carol, which is their second album. It came out in I don't know, 1968 or 69 or whatever. They were playing Steppenwolf and Led Zeppelin, and Ronnie looked at me and goes, "Dad, you really got to come into the modern day." And what do you mean? Well, you've been listening to the same stuff since I was a kid, so you might want to step forward, right? So it didn't offend me, but I'm like, what the hell, right? So then I noticed this band called Linkin Park. So I really liked Linkin Park, and I'm assuming it's a current band, so I'm digging it, right? I'm looking on my phone, I'm finding Linkin Park, and I'm Bluetoothing Linkin Park, and I text my son. I said something to the effect, I don't remember. I'm paraphrasing. I said, "Gee, Ron, I've come into the current day and age. I really like Linkin Park." He said, "Dad, Linkin Park was popular 22 years ago." Okay. That's that generation gap. Now, as you get older and older and older, there's another generation gap that goes on here.
There's lots of them.
So, anyway, I'm not going to get totally into it because Susie told me I can't. However, what I'm going to say is there is a radio station that I listen to regularly, 99.1 Easy Listening. It's out of Cape Cod or Providence or Rhode Island or Cape Cod, Mass, whatever. But it's just got nice, easy music. So since I've been retired, I've been mowing grass. I listen to music, and I want something mellow. I don't want to listen to hard rock. I don't want to listen to grunge. I don't want to listen to punk. And I like all sorts of music, guys. Trust me, ask Sue. I like basically any kind of music. I don't like listen to large volumes of any kind of music, but if it's on, I'll listen to it, right? Okay, so all of a sudden the radio station goes off the air. So on my earphones, if I hit a button like this, it goes to the next station. So I'm searching. No. I get to a country station. Hey, I don't know about you, but whatever they're calling country today is not country to me. So I don't go by that because I used to be a country guy. It's got nothing to do with my version of country. That's a generation gap that we'll talk about at a different time. Let me just say that white cowboys shouldn't try to rap. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave it at that. So anyways, I'm hitting it. I cycled all the way through because back when I was a kid, when we were kids, there was 150 different friggin' radio stations. I mean, all you had to do was just scroll forward a little bit. You could find something to listen to. Nope. Get all the way around. Okay, I decided to listen to Boston's hip hop. Okay. So I'm driving along and I'm mowing, and the first song's pretty cool, and the second song was all right, I guess. I mean, it's not like derogatory rap music or whatever. There is one form of music. I like rap music, but I don't like the derogatory lyrics. And this didn't have a lot of bad lyrics or anything, but it was okay. I'm listening to it. Next thing I know, my hands they started going like this to the beat, and I couldn't control myself. I couldn't drive the machine anymore, and I couldn't make straight lines on the golf course. I had to shut her off. No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, guys, that's what they call music. Okay, music is noise. I get it. Music is noise. However, there's a structure to it. There's notes. There's keys. There's chords. There's a lot to know about music. I like all forms of music, but it needs notes and keys and chords. These songs are nothing but noise. It squeaks, it groans, it's not music, it's noise. That's all I got to say about it. But anyway, yeah, my hands started doing this to the beat. I had to stop because I wouldn't have got a day's work done. But a little bit of humor there, guys. But there's a generation gap there because that's not music. Matter of fact, the number one song in hip hop right now sounded like a bearing that needed grease to me. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like a bearing that needed grease. It did not sound like what is supposed to be a song. And they fill Gillette Stadium for these people, for these songs. They fill it. The kids fill it. Anyways, and some of the, I'll just leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
You know. So,
you were telling me about it earlier.
So there's another generation gap, guys. Right? It's what, third generation now from Rolling Stones or something to that. Whatever. Music is probably like many generations, right? Because every 6 years that generation changes music,
old,
right? So. But anyways.
He was talking about that earlier, and he was eating a popsicle, and he started choking because he got himself all excited.
I was huffing in the popsicle.
Gagging on a popsicle, so he can't even eat a popsicle and talk about this situation.
And the good news is that 99.1 Easy Listening is back on the air. And so, even though they play like the same stuff every day, like they play a lot of songs though, so you don't hear the same song twice every day. That's another thing that I hate about radio stations. Is they'll have like 22 songs, and they'll play 22 songs all friggin' day. If you listen to it, you'll hear the same song sometimes 5 times. Till even if it's a good song, you're sick of hearing it. I'm just saying. So, anyways, okay, on to our appliance problems here. Okay, meaning, things like hot water heaters and dryers and furnaces and Well, okay, we're in the process of trying to get a mini split here, and we haven't had a whole hell of a lot of success. We've had some people just blow us off. We've had people that show up that can do the mini split but can't do the electrical, so they just don't bother calling back. We have like one person that just came and doesn't want to put in what I want with all these weird theories about that whatever. All I want is a mini split. I don't understand why everything has to be so friggin' hard. So anyways, our old friend Joey, who
we've gone
our separate ways and stuff because he's got his own life and we've got ours. I used to hang out and go to the races with him a lot back in the day, and
been a friend of my brother's.
He lives in Arizona now. We really have to get together and see him at some point while we're down there. Where was I going with this?
His son, my brother found out that his son does. He's going to become a plumber, a master plumber soon.
We thought mini splits, but.
Right, but it turns out he's a plumber, and he could have done our heater for us.
He does heaters, he does furnaces, he does hot water heaters, he does plumbing, he does mini splits. The guy's a talented guy.
Nice young guy.
Nice young man, very pleasant and cordial, and it was a flashback because he looks just like his mouth's a little different, but his general stature
even sounds like his
everything is just like. Hey, I felt like I was like, 28 years old again, ready to go to races with this guy because Yeah, he's a spitting image of his dad. But anyways, we have a
Very
good,
nice young guy.
we have a
but-
good guy. He hasn't called back, but
No, he said it'd be big end of the week
yeah, because
So by the end of this
he
week-
works full time. He's going to be doing off
on the side
the
job.
site. So as it turns out, we needed to run a new electric, new 220 to put a mini split in, and that's been the snafu of this whole thing. And we have a hot water heater right now that runs off 220. It's an old
Very old.
double burner.
34 years old.
It's an old double burner, and that's why it draws 220, where it might have usually would just draw 110, I think, but it draws 220 because it has a double burner. So we want to replace that because, like Sue said, it's 34 years old.
We're lucky
It's
that
going to
it's
shit.
going.
It's going to shit the bed at any minute, any time, and you know it's going to happen when you want to come home and take a shower or whatever, right?
Most
So
inconvenient
it's
time.
always the most. So we want to have it replaced. So what he can do for us is, and there's already a line there for it, is because we don't want to use the electric heater anymore because that draws 220 like hot, right? So I mean it's expensive, and it'll be way cheaper to run the mini split on that 220 than it would be with that thing drawing like a welder for like an hour at a time, right? I mean, you know. So anyways, he's going to put in a propane hot water tank, and I'm going to run a line, which I can do, a 220 line. I'm going to do the research, make sure I do the right wire and all that stuff, and I can do that. And I just run it right off that 220 line that we already have. We're going to run it right out here, and he's going to come and put the mini split in as like a second,
Right, we'll do the
as a
hot water
second
heater first.
phase of the job. So we're going to do the hot water heater first, then I'm going to run the electric line, and I'm going to give him a ring, and he's going to come and put a brand new Mitsubishi mini split in for somewhere around. We can probably get both these things done for somewhere around
Probably 4.
5
$4,000.
tops, a little over $5,000. They wanted $8,000 for
Just for
just
the
the
AC.
mini split, not counting an electrician coming to run a whole new 220 circuit. So we have the best case scenario. I can run that line. This nice young man can do the whole thing for us. So yay! The other thing is the brand new furnace that we have, the switch on the door, after they put it in, malfunctioned.
From day one.
They came and they put a sheet metal screw in there to make it work. It's not working now. I have to have it taped. I have to have the switch taped. So I can see
Have
we
to deal with
may have a
that.
little bit of a problem here, but we're going to have those people come back because it's already on the books that was a
From
defect.
day one.
That was a defect from day one. And so, yeah, if we have to pay a little bit of money, that's fine. But I don't want to pay.
I don't want to pay any money. It's not our fault. They
She
have a.
She doesn't
right.
want to pay any money.
No
I
money.
don't want to pay any money either. But if all we have to buy is like a new switch and have them install it for nothing, or
Let the company pay for it.
install it, maybe the company will, maybe they
Right.
won't.
They should because it's
They
their
should,
issue.
but if they won't, I'm
Either
not
that
gonna
or pull out the
But
$4,000
if they-
thing and give us a new one. Company can do it either way.
have. Right. Well, anyway, you need to get on that before.
I did. I called them, and they were very busy for the last 2 days, and she's supposed to call me back. So if she doesn't get a hold of me by tomorrow, I'll call again.
So, anyways, we're in the middle of that. We got a brand new furnace.
Always something,
with a
guys.
faulty switch. We're not blaming the gentleman that put it in
No.
by any means, and I'm sure he'll fix it somehow or another. But
I don't know.
I don't want.
I don't know if a screw's a perfect solution, though.
A screw's a perfect solution if you got a good switch.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's perfect. It's perfect. The only reason that switch is even there is so that when the homeowner opens it up, he can't do anything with it. That's the only reason it's there. You really it's nothing to do with safety at all. That thing
No.
shuts down. Nothing to do with safety at all. Absolutely nothing. That door is always closed when it's running. All the safety mechanisms work. It's just avoids some idiot from going in there trying to do stupid shit to it and blow himself up. Because once that door is open, you can't do nothing to it because it cuts all juice off. That's all it's really. You don't really need it. But I want it. It's brand new. I don't want to run with something. And I don't want to wait until it gets cold. And when I want it to work right, because we're not here for 6 months, and I don't want to have my neighbor worry about it again.
Right.
Watch, the poor guy had to watch our house like a hawk last year because the furnace kept failing. That's why we put a new furnace in.
Right.
So, anyways,
Always something.
Yeah.
Always something.
we love the local farms around here, guys. We've just been getting strawberries
Fresh
lately.
strawberries.
Fresh.
Nothing like fresh
There's
strawberries.
nothing like, hey, You can buy all the strawberries you want in the store, and they're never like what you get out of somebody's native strawberries in the garden.
Native
Oh my God, they're
strawberries,
just to die for.
They're candy. It's like
And
candy.
we found a place down here where it was an old man selling them for, they're expensive, but not super expensive. And they were delicious. Oh my God. I mean, we ate strawberries, and strawberries. It was when I was eating vanilla ice cream and I was having, strawberries and that. But now the peaches are out.
Peaches time. It's peaches.
And oh my God, there's nothing like these native peaches around here.
Lady just on the street from
Oh, the
us.
lady just not
Yeah.
even a mile away.
This area is a peach
it's
area.
actually, this
They
is
actually
them.
have an apple peach
We
festival
have an
coming
apple
up
peach
soon
festival
in
in
September.
because its history is involved in the peach. Growing peaches and apples. It really goes way back. Many farms here had
But they are
peaches
very
and
good peaches.
So they have a peach festival. Yeah.
And then I went out for lunch with my sisters yesterday, and my sister Rita gave us two zucchini squashes and two
I was
yellow
wondering where they came
squashes.
from.
fresh.
Ooh, gonna make
So-
that for me tonight?
The yellow squash? Well, I don't know if we're gonna go with supper tonight.
Oh, ham and eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, forget it. I don't
Yeah.
want squash with ham and eggs.
But anyways, in the process, she was talking about she had made brownie. What is it called? I wrote it on my list over here. Oh, zucchini brownies, and both my sisters said they were delicious. So go figure, zucchini brownies. So one of the recipes, so she sent me the list of recipes. One was zucchini brownies, one was zucchini oatmeal cookies. The other one was apple cinnamon zucchini muffins, chocolate zucchini drop cookies, and chocolate chip zucchini muffins.
And when am I gonna see any of these goodies?
I don't know. You're gonna definitely see either that or
Do I
zucchini
still-
bread.
Is there an apple crisp on there anywhere?
No apple crisp.
No
Talk
apple
about
crisp.
zucchini.
Oh, zucchini. I'm just kidding.
But I love zucchini
so-
bread. I don't eat zucchini plain. I don't eat zucchini, but I will eat it in any one of those things up there in that list I just mentioned.
So we've had the dogs on a special diet, and it all started because
Gracie was
they
itching.
were healthy anyways, and they were doing okay, but Gracie was having itching problems.
She
So
itches.
we or Sue or whatever assumed it had something
Sue.
to do with the food. She met some
I read a book.
some lady in Walmart, and that's what stemmed the whole thing.
No, I read a book, honey.
The lady in Walmart though had a 16-year-old dog, and you said we have to stop feeding our dog. That's what started it.
It was an idea. It was an idea.
It was an idea.
Right.
That's what
But I had
started.
bought the book a long time ago.
What started it was Sue had a conversation with a lady that had an old dog that said that she fed her food. So Sue got and then she
No, actually, it started
and
from
then
Star.
and then right and
Star
then
bought the book. Star read the book
and
and,
then
talked about it, and I bought the book after I talked to Star a year plus
and then
ago.
Susie had the
I
book.
never
So
read it.
and then at that point Susie read it because she got triggered by the lady in Walmart. I don't care what you say. I was standing there. I heard the conversation, totally ignoring it because I don't want to get involved. But anyways, and it's fine because I was never against it, but I knew it was going to be hard work, and I already worked 40 hours. I already take care of all kinds of shit. I didn't have the time for it. Ask her. It was time consuming. She had to
I
do
didn't mind that part of it.
But
I
if
just
you were working,
I'm not though. That's,
Right.
That's
I
beside
said,
the
but
point.
if you were working, and
Yes.
I am, so I told her to
Yes.
begin with that I wasn't going to do that because I already take care of all kinds of things, and she's not working. So okay, fine, as long as you make.
I
the
didn't
food.
find that to be too bad. I mean, it was
as
time
long as you
consuming,
make the
but
food. I said, I'm just telling them what I
yeah,
said.
it wasn't a
So
bad
I
deal.
wasn't never against it, and we tried it.
But it was
It was
like
costing us. It
$100
was costing
a week.
us $100 a week, which, whatever. The dog food ain't too far from that, but it's still less. And so
But it's just
it
too
was
much.
constantly worrying about it, constantly worrying about this, constantly having to cut up vegetables, constantly having to cook this, constantly having to do that, and it was time consuming and expensive. So we decided to go back to after we talked to the vet. The vet said, yeah, there was nothing wrong with those dogs to begin with, and the vet said she's probably having an allergy to something outdoors or something in the air, or if it's something in the food, then it's in all food because she's still itching. So
She's
we
still
decided to
itching.
go back, right? We're just going to go.
So we're gonna try a combination of all of the above of what they were
We're going to
eating.
do a little bit of the meat, and
A little bit of the meat, a little bit of the kibble,
we
less of the kibble, and
we
then
do
also
free-
the
yeah,
raw
right,
food.
less kibble that has raw coating, and then we do this freeze dried
freeze-dried
dog
raw.
food. And we've raised dogs on that, and they've been perfectly healthy. So we don't have any
Sweet pea and
qualms
Spike
about
ate
it
that, yeah.
to speak of.
But it's also too
And
expensive to feed them.
It's
full
also
time.
expensive, but it's less time consuming though. when we go on the road, it would be very.
That was the other
It
problem.
would be totally difficult for us to have the meat
Plus,
on the road,
we couldn't fit it in
the
the refrigerator.
space on the road.
Right.
We have the time, but the space, and we'd have to travel 90 miles one way to get meat. So it's 180 miles to get meat. So I'm like thinking about this, So anyways, we decided we're just gonna, because Gracie's just itching anyways. So we decided we'll just go back to the easier way. They like that food. It's easier for us. It's gonna be a little cheaper and way less
Quite a
time.
bit cheaper, actually.
Way less time consuming. So
It's quite a bit cheaper. And the vet told me, we went to the vet yesterday, by the way, and she, her Lyme disease is all set. Yay! She's all set on that. And she said that to give her a Zyrtec. I know some of y'all probably take Zyrtec for your allergies, and she said try Zyrtec. They originally told me Benadryl, but Benadryl makes them sleepy, and I don't want to make them sleep. Not that they couldn't used to be a little sleepy, but I don't want to make them
a
drowsy.
little bit sleepy wouldn't be a bad thing.
I don't want to make them drowsy, so
They can, they're a handful. They
so that she said try Zyrtec. So I'm gonna try that and see how that works.
So
But talking about handfuls, so today we went for their walk. It was raining out last night, so I got up later. I've been getting up like 5:45 and taking them for their walk by 6:30.
they get
Just
back 26 minutes.
just so
I'm
it's
just kidding.
because it's too hot. Got to get them out because they can't breathe very well in the hot air. And so, anyways, went for their walk, and I figured, okay, I got to go get the dog food. So I thought, it's so much easier to do it by myself. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it. I've taken them to the dog food store once before, and it wasn't easy, and it wasn't good, and I look like an idiot.
I mean, there's toys, there's food, there's
It's
people,
everywhere.
there's so much
Food
going
on
on.
the floor.
I think I could make them sit because I have, but it's difficult. You have to yell. You have to be almost mean. You almost have to be like so stern that you kind of look like an idiot, right? But
I get them to sit for 2 minutes. I'm trying to pay attention to reading the bag to make sure I'm picking the right one.
Susie's way more, always was with our kids too. Way more touchy-feely than I am, because I don't know if it's because I'm a man or just because of my personality, but Susie's touchy-feely. She has a hard time being stern. Sit. No, it's sit. I told you, sit. Sit now. Sit, I told you.
I must have said that at least 50
I'll say-
times.
Except for Gracie, I have to say it twice, but I'll genuinely say sit, and that's it. Sit. And they'll sit, So I have a little more of a... And with the kids, I would carry through with my threats. She wouldn't, because she's touchy-feely. She wouldn't whack the kids in the ass for nothing, no matter what,
Every
right?
time I whacked him, all I did was hurt my hand. It was never worth that. It hurt me more than it hurt them.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
not
so
that we ever hit our kids hardly at
No.
all. I mean, we only
Yeah.
open hand, just a whack in the ass,
whack in the ass when they
And it
didn't
never
pay
hurt
attention.
them. And I think if you ask them, I don't think they even know about it, to be honest with you, because I only had to do it in the early days.
Yeah, when they're little and
And all
don't
I had to do,
understand yes or no.
I had this wooden thing. I used it once on each that I can remember, lightly. It's like just a little whack in the ass, and all I had to do was take it out and set it there. Done.
Sounds like you got a switch.
I'm gonna hit you. If you don't stop, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna and never follow through. They would not run rampant, but they would do whatever the heck they wanted to do. Pretty much, kind of like the puppies do. But anyways,
But anyway, so it was
going to the dog food store though is the
it's
worst.
not an easy
It's
thing.
the worst place.
And of course, I'm picking up a 25-pound bag of dog food.
Yeah.
So I got the 25. Now I got to put the 2 dogs in the one hand. Okay, so we go over and I'm like, well, I might as well buy the other, the raw food, the freeze dried stuff. So I'm like, okay, what do I put? Do I?
It was so bad that the people in the pet store helped her out. They
They
were
helped me
like,
carry this, yeah.
we gotta help this lady. She's gonna end up getting hurt.
So I put the black bag down and I made them sit and I'm trying to find the right one because there were different ones and there was a different type. So I'm trying to read it. Turn around, they're standing up again. Sit down. Okay, trying to read it again. Sit. They're off. They're trying to eat stuff. There's dog food all over the floor. They're
What?
trying to eat, and who knows how old this dog food is.
Who knows?
And so, yeah, it wasn't
You know,
good.
so-
So I got up there, and the lady was just kind of chuckling. She goes, "Would you like some help out?"
Yeah.
That would be really
You think-
nice. Thank you.
So she
So
could tell
some young
somebody
man
needs help.
came and helped me out. I mean, they'll help anybody out
Yeah,
anyways.
I know.
but
I'm kidding.
it was nice. So, yeah. So, not what next time, no. You'll stay in the car. It was just too hot to leave them in the car today, or I would have left them. Normally, I'd get a carriage and put them in the carriage, but I was lazy and didn't feel like walking in and get a carriage and walk out and put them in the carriage and walk back. I should have done that. Would have been way less aggravating because they would have been contained and not
Yeah.
like eating food off the floor
Yeah.
or smelling toys. Nobody
It's
picked up a toy to take home with them,
just-
thank God.
It's just the way it
But-
is, you know. So,
little
anyways, guys,
munchkins.
we're up to 30 minutes.
Ooh,
So,
too long.
We're
He's
gonna-
gonna have to cut out something, and it'll probably be me.
no, I wouldn't cut it down. But we're good, and we're glad you all are here. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. Very,
Absolutely,
very
subscribe
important.
if you haven't already.
Subscribe if you haven't. Share us out to some friends or family, or if you want to irritate somebody, turn them on to us. So, anyways, guys, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Episode 21 is now in the books. See you later,
Bye, guys. God bless.